Solskjaer is just a half copy of Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson's voice has always carried a lot of weight at Old Trafford, and when he gave the green light to a testing opportunity, Solsa survived on the coaching chair for 2 more weeks. 2 weeks, in theory, with 2 away matches, Tottenham and Atalanta, and a home match against Man City. Is it enough to save Solsa? That possibility is not high. As Man Utd has begun to have contact with replacement objects. Unless Solsa has 3 big victories to create excitement, the next 2 weeks will only be a period of preparation for the replacement procedure. Stop. Young assistant. If Solsa has to stop with Man Utd or continue as a long-term project, let's first try to answer the question of what is Man Utd's weakness this season. Let's not rush to answer that the weakness is Solsa itself, but let's talk about the technical weakness first. One of those technical weaknesses is that Man Utd is almost tasteless in each of his fixed situations. Asking such a question is essentially an answer to an even bigger question. Man Utd is poor in the fixed phases, because they do not have a specific fixed kick, have a piece of it, let alone something special and enough to create a surprise. And who taught the stars of Man Utd fixed free kicks? Eric Ramsey, 29, arrived last summer from Chelsea. At Chelsea, Ramsey was just one member of the U23 coaching staff. Why does Ramsey have a foot in Solsa's team? Because before, he was a classmate of McKenna's Loughborough University. In the Premier League world, he is just a novice, an amateur, inexperienced. So he can teach CR7s, Fernandes, Rashford, Maguire, Pogba how to create dangerous free kicks. It's futile. Speaking of Ramsey, we have to mention McKenna again. This assistant of Solsa has been coaching since the age of 22, after being forced to hang up his boots due to an injury while playing for Tottenham. At Tottenham, McKenna mainly worked in the academy and only moved to Man Utd a few years ago, with a position on the U18 coaching staff. McKenna has been promoted to the first-team coaching staff since 2018, under Jose Mourinho. Also in 2018, Michael Carrick began to join the coaching staff. Of the 3 individuals, it is Ramsey that belongs to the category of degrees, with the most advanced pro degree from UEFA. But a degree is one thing, experience is another. All 3 factors mentioned above do not have any coaching experience at Premier League level. However, their role is very important in Solskjaer's team. Carrick and McKenna regularly take turns chairing dual meetings and can speak up during pre-match or mid-match lectures. They are also the coordinators of the training sessions, while Solsa and feel and watch from the sidelines with their arms crossed. Half-hearted replica of Ferguson. This way of working of Solsa shows a very high level of specialization. It is an exemplary copy of what Sir Alex Ferguson used to do at Man Utd before. That is the way of political coaches, not technocratic coaches. It will work well if the specialized team is all recruited individuals. Is it because of this model that Fergie backs Solsa so much and former Man Utd players constantly defend Solsa despite defeat? But sport is a story of results. The results determine the quality of the work, not the way it is done. Sir Alex Ferguson's way of doing things is considered exemplary because of the end result he brings: trophies. Without the titles, he would never have been called with the word Sir in front. Solsa learned Fergie too well, and it is normal for a player to be greatly influenced by the head coach who has led him for more than a decade. But learning and how to learn are two different stories. Here, Solsa only learned the word technique in Ferguson industry, but did not learn the word art from his teacher. Applying Ferguson's model, it is clear that Solsa has studied engineering, learned the formula of the above industry. As for the art part, which should cover both profession and art, Solsa didn't learn a single piece. If it wasn't for Man Utd, no big team would have thought of hiring Solsa as head coach. Simply, during his days as a coach at Mold or Cardiff, he never flashed a small spark of potential tactician. At Liverpool, Man City, or Chelsea, Klopp, Pep, Tuchel all have a team of assistants as full as Solsa is at Man Utd. But they are different from Solsa in that they dive into micromanagement, not at the macro level. They have to be the one to plan the match, strategize the match, and decide every little detail of the tactics. All assistants are just helpers, advising nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, Solsa left with a very simple thought: that's your area of expertise. I will not interfere, but only judge by the end result. The final result is clear to everyone, no need to discuss it anymore. Wanting to be like Fergie in terms of look is difficult, like Fergie in substance, not everyone can learn. It is normal to follow someone, but when you are not close to the teacher's level, do not rush to behave like the teacher. Solsa is doing that, and he is failing.